Alright, crypto fam, hold on to your moon tickets, because today we're tackling the $1,000,000 question, or should I say, the $10 question, everyone's whispering about in the digital streets. Can Pi Network actually hit $10? Is that even a remote possibility, or are we all just dreaming in hexadecimal? Get ready, because we're about to pull back the curtain on the real forces at play, and trust me, what we uncover might just surprise you. What's good, Gold Rush Crypto Daily Crew? If you're tired of the same old boring crypto news, you're in the right place. We're not just here to report the headlines. We're here to break down the charts, expose the hidden narratives, and tell you what we really think. Today, we're going deep on Pi Network, the project that's got everyone talking, speculating, and sometimes, well, scratching their heads. We're combining a meticulous deep dive into its current price struggle with an exploration of what it would truly take for Pi to launch into the stratosphere. So buckle up, because this isn't just a video, it's an adventure into the heart of crypto opportunity. And stick around until the very end, because while the current charts might look a bit meh, we're going to lay out the exact, no-nonsense roadmap for what needs to happen for Pi to go from pennies to double digits. You don't want to miss our breakdown of the critical catalysts that could spark an explosion of demand. Alright, let's cut to the chase. We all see it. Pi Network's price, as of June 18th, is hanging out around 54 cents. That's a 2.5% dip in the last 24 hours, and frankly, it's been a bit of a grind. This prolonged dip has got a lot of pioneers out there wondering if their dreams of a Limbo garage are slowly turning into a sad bicycle shed. But here's the thing. Market sentiment is a fickle beast, and sometimes, the biggest opportunities hide in plain sight amidst the FUD. Smart money zones and liquidity gaps, the battleground. Now, let's talk about the technicals, because the charts don't lie, they just tell a complicated story. Our liquidity swing chart is screaming breakdown below those previous BOS and CHOCH levels. Yeah, I'm talking about 60 cents and 70 cents. These aren't just numbers, folks. These are psychological battlegrounds. What we're seeing is a massive bearish order block chilling between 70 cents and 85 cents. Translation? The sellers are still flexing, and they've got control of the narrative right now. Remember that minor FVG, fair value gap, zone around 58 cents? Yeah, price smacked its head there and has been drifting south ever since. It's like Pi took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. Currently, we're knee-deep in a bearish imbalance area, with a weak low screaming at us from the 52 to 50 cents range. My honest take. Without a strong bullish CHOCH or BS reclaim above 61 cents, Pi Network is going to remain under some serious pressure. It's like trying to run a marathon with ankle weights on. Moving averages and Bollinger Bands, the squeeze is on. Let's zoom into the 4-hour chart, and oh boy, it's a sea of red. All four of our exponential moving averages, the 20, 50, 100, and 200 EMA, are perfectly aligned in a bearish formation. We're talking about Pi trading below the 20 EMA at $0.5729, the 50 EMA at $0.5941, the 100 EMA at $0.6220, and the 200 EMA at $0.6640. This isn't just a resistance level, it's a resistance band between 57 cents and 66 cents. Until Pi can break free from this gravitational pull, any recovery is likely to be capped faster than a soda bottle after a vigorous shake. And then there are the Bollinger Bands. They're tightening up, upper band at $0.5810, lower at $0.5328. This usually signals a big move is coming, a volatility expansion. But here's my personal hot take. Without a massive influx of volume, without the true believers stepping in, this squeeze is likely to break to the downside. It's like a coiled spring, but the tension is building for a drop, not a jump. We need that institutional money, that whale action, that belief to fuel the other direction. Trend lines, structure, and MECD, a bearish symphony? On the daily chart, we saw a decisive breakdown from that symmetrical triangle pattern we were all watching in May. Ouch! The trendline resistance is looking steep near 93 cents, while daily support is getting a serious stress test around 52 cents. And get this, no strong bullish engulfing candle in sight. It's like the bulls are on vacation and the bears are throwing a party. Price is just grinding lower, heading straight for its April low near $0.3969. Now, let's talk about our trusty indicators. The MACD histogram on the 4-hour chart, still chilling in negative territory. The signal line crossover below the baseline? That's a firm handshake from bearish control. The RSI? Stuck around 29.02. Oversold? Yes, but no confirmed divergence. This tells me that while the price is low, the buying pressure isn't exactly knocking down the door. It's just weak. This is why Pi Network price is going down today. It's a cocktail of declining demand and a serious lack of bullish conviction from the market. Volume profile and VWP levels. Where's the interest? Let's get into the nitty-gritty of market interest. The long-term volume profile paints a clear picture. Heavy distribution between 80 cents and $1.60. That's where all the action was during those previous pumps, where a lot of people were taking profits or just getting out. But what about now? Recent candles show a steady decline in OBV on-balance volume, now sitting at a chilly minus 14.51 million. The VWP line? Flattened out near $0.5464, practically hugging the current market price. This isn't signaling a breakout, my friends. This is shouting short-term mean reversion. In other words, we're stuck in a narrow range, and without significant accumulation at these current lows, the answer to why is Pi Network price going down today remains painfully clear. Nobody's buying in with conviction right now. Can Pi price realistically reach $10? The million-dollar question. All right, enough with the doom and gloom, right? Let's talk about that juicy $10 target. Is it just a pipe dream? Look, the long-term vision for Pi Network has always been about scaling, about mass adoption. And for Pi to go from 54 cents to $10? That's an 18x rally, fam. That's not just a pump. That's a moonshot of epic proportions. And believe me, that kind of move doesn't happen in a vacuum. Here's my unfiltered opinion on what it would actually take for Pi to hit $10. 1. A broad crypto market bullish cycle. First off, we need Bitcoin to be doing its thing, smashing all-time highs, bringing the entire altcoin market with it. If BTC isn't leading the charge, it's an uphill battle for everyone, especially projects in their earlier stages like Pi. When the tide rises, all boats float, and we need that crypto tsunami. 2. Major exchange listings and increased utility. This is huge. Pi needs to be listed on major, top-tier exchanges like Binance, Coinbase, Kraken. Right now, its accessibility is limited, which directly impacts liquidity and price discovery. Think about it. If more people can easily buy and sell Pi, demand naturally increases. But more importantly, we need utility. What can you do with Pi? Real-world use cases, a thriving ecosystem of dApps, actual commerce. That's what will drive sustained demand, not just speculative hype. 3. Supply restriction or tokenomics changes. This is where it gets interesting. With a large potential supply, a controlled release or a shift in tokenomics that creates scarcity could be a game changer. Imagine if a significant portion of the supply was locked up for staking or burned, or used in innovative ways that remove it from immediate circulation. That scarcity drives value. 4. Sustained demand from Pi's global user base. Pi Network boasts a massive user base, but that user base needs to convert from miners to users and holders actively engaging with the ecosystem. If even a fraction of those millions of pioneers start using Pi for payments, for apps, for everything within the ecosystem, that organic demand will be undeniable. This is the holy grail for Pi. From a pure chart perspective, my friends, the first hurdle isn't $10, it's $1. That's the psychological barrier, the first step on the ladder. Only a monster breakout above $1.47, that daily trendline resistance, remember, would even begin to carve out a structure for a new uptrend. Without that, the dream of Pi Network price spikes toward $10 is, frankly, a distant speculative goal, not a near-future probability. It's like wanting to win the lottery without buying a ticket. Pi price, short-term forecast, and key levels. The reality check. So, let's bring it back to reality for a second. In conclusion, Pi Network price today is under some serious pressure. It's failing to hold those key moving averages, struggling with structure zones. Can it recover from oversold levels? Absolutely. We've seen stranger things in crypto. But here's the kicker. The broader outlook tells us Pi needs to absolutely decimate multiple resistance zones before any serious talk of $10 even enters the conversation. Until then, my advice to all you brilliant traders and savvy investors out there, remain cautious. Your focus should be on Pi reclaiming 70 cents first, then $1. Those are the real battles ahead. These are the immediate targets that will tell us if Pi is ready to start its ascent or if it's still in the consolidation phase. This is crypto, and anything is possible, but let's be smart about it. Hey, if you're finding this breakdown valuable and you're loving the raw, unfiltered truth about crypto, then you know what to do. Smash that like button right now. Drop a comment below with your own Pi price predictions. Do you think $10 is possible? We want to hear from our crypto fam. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on more epic analyses like this one. We're here to help you navigate these wild waters. All right, Gold Rush Crypto Daily fam, that's a wrap on our deep dive into Pi Network. We've unraveled the current price action, explored the technical battlefield, and laid out the exact conditions for Pi to potentially reach that coveted $10 mark. It's clear that while the road ahead is challenging, the crypto world is full of surprises. Thank you, from the bottom of my digital heart, for hanging out with me today and being part of this incredible crypto journey. Your engagement, your comments, your likes, they all fuel this channel, and I appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to explore some of our other videos linked on the screen right now for more market insights and actionable alpha. We've got everything from Bitcoin deep dives to all coin gems waiting for you. Until next time, stay golden, stay hungry, and always remember to do your own research.